Hey, welcome back. Sorry I hadn't had a video yesterday, but, well, I'm not gonna lie. I was busy painting my models, I was having fun, and I forgot about you guys. I'm so sorry. That's just the way it is. But I wanted to start. We came over here. We're gonna do this video. I promised to show you my models and everything, and the order I got them, and why I got them, and their current painting progress. So I decided to do that, but we had to come over here to the neighbors. And we asked them to be quiet, but they won't. So I'm sorry, but here's the neighbors. You've been hearing them in my videos. This is the youngest set of neighbors here. The other ones are already outside. And these guys are getting ready to be shipped outside. And maybe, let's look at them. A week. About a week. Because we've got brand new babies hatching over there in the corner. I won't show you them guys until they're hatched. But I'll be right back with my first set of models that I got and why. See you in a second. Alright, well, my wife suggested that we do show you the babies. I don't know how well you can see him. He hatched a while ago. And he's just kind of resting, or she. It's hard to tell at this age. And over here, that one is struggling out. Watching these guys bust out of their eggs makes you appreciate that you didn't have to do that much work when you were born. Mommy did it all for you, so it's kind of cool. Oh, there he goes again. You can make it, little guy. You can get out. Well, I'm not going to disturb them anymore with the light. I'll get over to my regular stuff, and you guys can... Oh, no, not quite. Well, you guys can see these guys later on when they're in their first grow-up box. All healthy and happy and having fun. But that one looks like that they'll be out soon. Alright, we'll talk to you in a bit. Alright, this is the focus of what this video is about. These are the first two, I guess, units that I had. I had these since 1998. They were all gray Phantoms. No paint, just gray. I think one or two of them had some black and white because I was going to paint them like stormtroopers way back in the day. I just had weird ideas. But now they're working better. I got some good paint on them. Well, you know, I'm not the best painter, but they're coming around, all painted up. And I guess the reason I started with these are two tactical squads here, is one, because I had them, and two, because that's where you start troop choices. And for Space Marines, your troop choice is basically tactical squads. They were already modeled with the Flamer. You can see him up there, and the rocket launcher in both squads. And later on I'll show you something that I bought kind of to help me mix it up a little bit with them. Sorry the table's moving. That's Ella Dog. See, it's not an elephant. It's Traveler. This is where he is all the time. Under the desk and knocking over my table. Ugh, you big horse. Anyway, so they're the guys. They all went flying because of the horsey dog. This is where I went next. You need an HQ choice. So I picked this librarian. And why did I pick him? Well, let me grab him here. Because he has this axe. That's why I picked him. And I was doing the Crimson Axes. So, hey, what better thing to have than an axe, right? And to go with him, since he was in Terminator armor, I picked Assault Terminator squads and fitted them all with Storm Shields and Thunder Hammers. This was more an aesthetic choice than a battle choice. They're really tough, but they're slow and they attack last in melee. Having some lightning claws in there would have been a better choice tactically, but for me it is a little bit more about the fluff of my army as well. Later on I will add some more Assault Marines with lightning claws, maybe mix the two squads in together, or maybe just have a separate squad with lightning claws. Alright, I have to move all this stuff, put it away, and put out the next few choices, so I'll be right back unless Elephant Dog knocks it all over. See you in a sec. Alright, well, we were kind of interrupted because, look, I don't know if you can see him there. Let me zoom in. Baby hatched, all out, squiggling around. Kind of cool. Just wanted to show you guys that. Alright, back to the Space Marines, who are much tougher than Space Birds. Alright, talk to you in a second. Alright, Space Marines. This was my next purchase right here. Reclusium Command Squad. Comes as a box set. This is not the chaplain that comes from it. I traded the chaplain that came with it for something else, which I will show you in a little bit. And it was mostly because I really didn't care one way or another about that chaplain. He was just a dude, and I replaced him with a Terminator Armor one, mostly so I could maybe swap this guy in out with a Terminator, Assault Terminators, or a squad of regular Terminators that I was going to purchase eventually here one day when I have enough money. And I was also going to get a Power Armored Chaplain to go back with these guys, because this comes with the Razorback that you see there. And I have it kitted out like that most of the time. Stormbolter instead of the driver usually, but he's in paint right now. I'm still in progress of painting these. You can see these are just yellow, team yellow right here. They're working their way through the painting process. Yeah, so I picked the command squad because I can give these guys all kinds of special weapons. They have the plasma, the multi-melta. There's the apothecary, always great for that feel no pain. The company champion, standard bearer there, and of course the chaplain. They're kind of a close-in, in-your-face fighting force, and that's what I'm trying to build with my whole force. If you may have noticed, it's mostly close-in fighting. The Razorback is designed with the las cannons. Usually I bring that out, let out the troops, and then run the Razorback to a location, hopefully if it survives, firing the las cannons from afar. It's kind of a support. Alright, and then what I did, I had the opportunity to buy some stuff that someone kind of secondhand. It was all on sprues. We'll move over and show you. They were had taken a little bit out of the regular command squad box, but the Devastators were whole, and I basically got it for a little less than the price of a full box of the Devastators. And what I did is most of the command squad bits, all those little cool bits that they got, pretty much I use those, threw them in my bits bag. I'll use them for other stuff later on. But I used the bodies and all that to make the full kit of the Devastator. So every weapon is represented from the box. I have both las cannons built, both of the plasmas, both of the heavy bolters, the multi-melta, the rocket is all there, and the sergeant. So this can be broken to two squads, like here. Here's one with the sergeant, and then a second squad by itself. Or I can use one squad, mix and match some of these weapons. Some of these heavy weapons can go into my tactical squads. So I can swap out those rocket launchers for maybe a las cannon. Puts a lot of versatility into what I can put up in my army. Alright, I'm going to show you the next two and final items that I have in my army right now. And give you the reasons that I chose those things as well. Alright, be right back. Alright, here is the Dreadnought I traded for. Looks a little wonkily. Paint has not been coming out so good on him, but I'm still working on him. As you can see, his weapons are not painted, but that's because I've been magnetizing him. Yep, see? Just, let me get there. Snaps right on. It's still a little, needs a little work. But, yeah, he's coming along. This is a Venerable Dreadnought. I'll be adding an Ironclad Dreadnought as well. Reason being, Venerables, he's got those increased weapon skills, ballistic skills. He's kind of like he's very versatile. Long range fighting, I can equip him with the las cannon and the missile launcher, or I can bring him in, you know, some auto cannons. Hey, Trav, we're filming here, buddy. And then this power fist with the as you can see here, the heavy flamer on it that still needs painted. Oh, losing my light. Not cool. But yeah, there's the Dreadnought, and then after that I added what I think is one of the better units to help my army recently. It's not just because of the point cost or size or what it does, but it's because of versatility. It gives me movement. Something my army was lacking, seriously lacking movement. I'm still a little bit lacking. I need some drop pods, a couple rhinos, I think, and then I'll be good where that is. But what it was boom, Storm Raven gunship, and I am kind of nice. This paint is coming out great for me. The dry brushing on the metal, on the cockpit area. You can see there's I basically glued the missile launcher in, and then I put magnets in front of it, and I've magnetized the multi-melta and the plasma options, and basically that's how I'll do it. I'll have those, stick them on the front there, and ignore the missile launcher behind them, and that's what they're equipped with. Or if I want to do the missile launcher, there it is, it's done. It's a little wonky with the magnet sticking there, but you know, they'll get painted as well and hopefully fade a little into the background. But for this, the reason I got this is because, one, it can carry my Terminators in if I decide not to deep strike them. And it can carry the Dreadnought also, so it can carry a very effective close-in fighting force. Two, I can bring them where I want them. The mobility on this is excellent. I can carry my tactical squads for objective nabbing. I can carry my Librarian and maybe a Devastator squad to position them, kind of like put one on each corner of the battlefield, mine and the enemies, and just, you know, crossfire, las cannon, just any number of options. It's great. As you can see here on the cockpit, I've also magnetized here for the turret weapons. And what I did here is I reversed the magnets. This magnet is facing one direction as far as its magnetic north and south. It's a little tight turning it, and this magnet is facing the other directions as far as its magnetic north and south. And what that does is the right and left turret weapons, I've also glued those in, aligning with these different sides. So I can't put the weapons on the wrong side. They actually won't. The magnets are super strong and they'll repel the weapon that's not supposed to be on that side. I did that to kind of help myself not look silly. Oh, and he peeked in there, but here's a cool thing that I did. Oh man, this is neat. You move over to the side a second. Now this guy may not look much yet, but see this guy right here? I built this guy from bits. That's right, this is just leftover bits that were on all these different sprues. Managed to piece together a body. This is Teleport Homer from the Terminator, Assault Terminator sprues. And this is actually armor plating from the Razorback sprues and some command squad things to nicen that up. And what I'm doing with this guy, is well, there's a couple ways I can kit him out, but the most powerful way I can kit him out, let me stop shading him here, is as a captain carrying a storm shield and a teleport homer in artificer armor, which makes him extremely tough with those 3 wounds, the storm shields and Vaughn save, you know, armor saves of the artificer armor, and the teleport homer is for him to kind of, you know, link up with the command squad if I don't have the chaplain in there. And those guys push forward either in the Razorback, probably in the Razorback, get to a location, boom, teleport homer, here come my Terminators, boom, drop in, move 6 inches, and start threatening things on the enemy side. Excellent, excellent guy he's going to be. And the cool thing is that little chainsaw I put down, the Teeth of Terror. Yeah, that's represents a relic blade. So he is a close-in melee badass. He can do some stuff. And he's just spare bits that were left over. It's even a quarter for the base because I didn't have any bases. I'm going to get a real base. It's pretty easy to knock this quarter off here. It's only glued on with a plastic glue. So if I were to drop him from right about here, it would pop right off. I won't do that because I don't want it to. But I can get him off there. It's just a little bit of plastic glue holding on and get him on a proper thing. I just was doing that for painting purposes on the quarter for now. But yeah, that's going to be a captain, which is great. And I have lots of spare bits left over. I just need to find a few, put them together, and I can make me a few more Marines, which is great. So that's my army and really why I got them. And yeah, I'm not the greatest painter, but you don't have to be, guys. Like right here, Team Yellow. If you're playing Imperial Fists, you know, get the Demonic Yellow Army Painter paint. Give them good spray down. Careful, try not to wipe out too much of the detail. And boom, you're Team Yellow, you're Imperial Fist. Red, black, blue, you know, yeah, that's base. And then you can work your way up from there. And play them gray, just play them. And slowly work your way into them. You don't have to, and you should not buy a bunch of models, a whole 2,000 point army, and start going with something. Find an army, find a codex that works for you, and just start getting your troops. Get your 2 troop choices, your headquarters, and that's all you need. 500 points. Start battling people. There's people like me, I'll battle you at 500 points. No problem. Let's play. Let's go, dude. It'll be fun. And that's how you start. And learn your army. Figure out what you want to do with yours. I want mine to be in your face, sort of, the space wolfy kind, because they're the kind of, but that's what I want to do. But Imperial Fist gives you versatility too, because their chapter tactics of re-rolling ones on their shots and everything like that. I can use this as a long-range army. I can outfit this dreadnought with las cannons and missile launchers, and that with las cannons over there, and the Razorback, and use these guys to the tactical squads and the Terminators to protect and hold objectives and defend the vehicles. And I can turn this into a long-range fighting force or short-range fighting force, and that's what you need: is versatility, maneuverability, but the biggest thing you need is passion for the army that you got. Whether it's orcs or Tyranids or Space Marines, if you have passion for that army and you're loving the game, that's all that really truly matters. Alright guys, I just wanted to make this video because I had promised it. I will get some game videos up soon. Let's say hopefully tomorrow, but maybe the next day I'll have those up. And like I said, I'm sorry, I missed a few days of videos. Some of those were some things going around the house that I had to take care of. With the chickens, getting their new homes, because they grow up hens. Some of them need repairs from last season and stuff. We've got all but one fixed up. We got to get that one fixed up. And some netting on some of the tractors that they run around the yard in until they get big enough to get into their permanent homes and be safe there. But other than that, man, I tell you what, having fun, playing the game, it's a good hobby. Get into it, and I'll update you guys on Warhammer, the other series coming out. I'm probably going to start either Dawn of War in with some of this stuff, or another Space Hawk with a different squad. Or both. Hey, maybe both. But definitely going to try to do some more battle reports. I know hope you've seen the one on there. Give me some feedback. Pardon me. Give me some feedback on that. I would really and truly appreciate that. Help me out a bunch. What kind of do you guys like to see? More of the rolling and all that? I think maybe the way I'm doing it, with maybe a little bit more of the few critical rolls and stuff involved, might be cool. But it's really, you guys, it's your content for you. And tell me what you like. Tell me what you enjoy seeing, and would really appreciate it. So this is my army, Crimson Axis. Eventually will become an Imperial Fist Total Army, but maybe not. Maybe they'll stay Crimson Axis. The pride of the axe, the bloody axe. And I will show you when I get new stuff, and why I added it, and what it hopefully I think is going to do for me. Alright folks, that's that, and we'll talk with you later.